One thing bothers me about you.
What?
Well, you seem like two different people to me.
Go on.
One straight A's. Real smart.
And the other one?
Well, the other one is a girl who comes into my room and sits down next to me on my bed.
Who sat next to who?
Are you and Frankie going together or not?
Well, we're going to the movies with you tonight.
You know what I mean. Are you going together?
Everything is ready, my darling. Do not be afraid. Soon we'll be together again.
This sandwich tastes as dry as hell.
Hello and welcome to Hello, This is the Doom Show. I am Richard. Folks, I am over here spawning as fast as I can, spawning and respawning. Mark is here and he wishes I would stop it. Hello, Mark.
Hello, except for this one, since we're doing the movie that we are, I want to be Mark McFarlane.
Oh, Mark McFarlane. I think this movie should have been called The Deadliest Spawn or The Deadly's Pawn. Or what did you call it?
On Deadly Spawn.
Deadly Spawn Ranch.
On Deadly Spawn Ranch. I like that one the best. Yes.
Oh, boy. So, yes, big surprise to literally no one. We are talking about The Deadly Spawn from 1983. This is a monstrous movie. And folks, you need to see this before we spoil it. We're not going to do the whole plot, but we're going to do enough of the plot to where you'd be like, oh, you guys ruined it. Hashtag spoiler alert. Folks, here is the lovely trailer for The Deadly Spawn.
What was that?
First, there was the invasion of the body snatchers. Then there was Alien. Now there is the Deadly Spawn. It began with a meteor crashing to Earth. No one knew the mystery of the mutant spores it contained. Now they are free. They will grow and reproduce rapidly, eating anything and anyone in their path.
Learn something.
The Deadly Spawn. The nightmare is just beginning. What do you do when unknown terror surrounds you? What do you do when there is no escape? Nowhere to hide from being eaten alive.
What the f*** was that?
The Deadly Spawn. They just keep multiplying like demon seed. The Deadly Spawn, extraterrestrial terror. They're full of surprises. And the best is yet to come.
Let me go!
Can anything stop these strange creatures? The movie real science fiction fans have been waiting for. The Deadly Spawn wants you to see them at this theater soon. They need every person they can get. New from 21st Century Distribution. Rated R.
So I found a beautiful VHS tape for The Deadly Spawn. I did not find it in my house. I found it in the internet house. And it's a steal at $185.99 on eBay if you want it. It is not sealed as in brand new. It's been resealed. So it's a Blockbuster previously viewed tape.
Okay.
And it's been shrink wrapped. And the price tag, the most insulting part of this auction, bless this person's heart, it has a price tag of $4.88. And now it is trying to be sold for $185. That's good marksmanship.
Marksmanship, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man. And then you have to worry about like when they did the shrink wrapping, did they use the air gun too long and you're going to get like a melted tape?
Right. Or do they preserve a bunch of moisture inside it and now the tape is going to be like its own deadly spawn?
You open and they just crawl out all over.
The tagline is Mankind versus the Ultimate Eating Machine. And on the back, the tagline is Mankind versus the Ultimate Eating Machine. They just reused it. But here's the plot on this beautiful VHS tape. It says, a fiery meteor crashes to Earth, unleashing its deadly passenger to search for food. The multi-headed alien finds its way into a dark basement where it gives birth to thousands of spawn-like fish like... Oh, shit. Thousands of spawn... What the fuck? Where it gives birth to thousands of spawn fish-like creatures with insatiable appetites. That doesn't make any sense. The army of aliens makes its way upstairs where it attacks the occupants of the house who find themselves as a last defense against the invading horrors. Can mankind survive against the ultimate eating machine?
Question mark?
That was so hard to read. Color, 90 minutes, which is not true because its movie is not 90 minutes.
No. Well, I wonder if it had other scenes.
Warning, this film contains graphic sequences which may be offensive to some viewers. And it's got that little cat, the black cat with the restricted logo on its body. Cute. Very cute.
I want that for a neck tattoo one day.
Ooh. Oh, man. Another one?
Why is he wearing a turtleneck all year round?
That's
not a turtleneck.
I always thought the Deadly Spawn had a different tape because this doesn't look very familiar to me, but there's some different variations. Oh, there's the one I'm used to. Okay. The one with the people and they're silhouetted and the monsters are like 20 feet tall, towering over them.
Towering.
Who put that one out? That was... Now,
Richard, is this a clamshell or is this like a regular slide in the bottom box?
It was a clamshell, but they had cut the box out. So yeah.
Oh gosh.
So the other tape is from, what is that logo? From Bullseye Video. I've never heard of that one. That one is a normal, just cardboard box with the parts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
To me, I always thought there was
aliens.
Special place in hell for the people who would cut the boxes up to make them fit the clams.
There was a time I don't like to talk about where I wanted to buy VHS tapes because there were movies that were not on any other format. This was in the early 2000s. So I would buy a tape for a rare movie and I would record it onto DVD-R with my DVD burner. And then I would cut up the box and make a little poster out of it. And then I would throw the tape away. I did this to like 10 or 12 different movies. So if you ever wonder why certain VHS tapes are more rare than others, because Dorkass over here was doing that. I've never done that before or since. I'm also not a VHS collector other than I have like 12 of my like favorites on tape. I don't do the whole big crazy VHS collection, but yes, I committed the sin of just throwing shit away like a dumbass. Anyway, this was directed by Douglas McKeown, and it was written by him and Ted A. Bohus and John Dodds. And we will talk about some of the controversy around the making of this movie and the post-production of this film. I got too much trivia, Mark. Whoa, boy. Once again, for an episode of a movie you and I are talking about, I cracked open my Stephen Thrower book, and I only wrote down about a fourth of what he talked about. I tried to summarize things. It was very, very, very detailed production on this movie.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, but what is the Blu-ray of this? Because I still have the old Synapse DVD. Did this get to Blu-ray?
It did, and I had it at one point in my life.
Okay, there's the Millennium Edition, which not available. Out of print. Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
it was a thing.
The DVD is expensive too. That's crazy. This should be out there, people. People, you need to see this freaking movie. Oh my god. I don't know if these guys went on to do anything else movie-wise.
Again, I said this before about other films, but once you've done the best, you can't top it. So why would you?
I'm telling you, yeah. So yes, Douglas McCown, he wrote some other things, but didn't really direct anything else. Ted Bohus, he produced some fun stuff. Like, I say this in quotes, I don't know. He produced Night Beast. Oh shit! So before Deadly Spawn, he'd produced Night Beast, which is amazing.
Which would make a great double feature with this.
Totally. I think. He produced the same director's film called Fiend, which I've never seen. I've always wanted to see Fiend, and of course, I'm talking about the one and the only Don Dohler. So it looks like he just worked with Don Dohler a lot. Very cool. But John Dodds, he worked on an episodes of Monsters and did some special effects for some other films, but he never directed anything, which is funny because he tried to direct this movie, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, he did a bunch of Monsters for Spookies. Oh, baby.
I'm wearing my spooky shirt as we speak.
Oh my God, it's so cool. Hey, you want to do Spookies on this episode, on the show one day?
On this episode right now.
Let's use our notes for the Deadly Spawn to talk about Spooky. No, would you want to do Spookies as like another episode?
I would love to do Spookies.
All
I
right.
would be all about Spookies.
I will see if I can have more German food and get all gassy so we can be farting it up. It has the farting zombie in it, doesn't it?
Yes, it's so weird because he wanted it to be funny for some reason. Zombies had to be funny.
Oh my God. They should just call the movie Farties.
Farties. Yeah.
Although my dad, I don't know if this is a regional thing or just my dad, he called farts perkies. Have you ever heard that?
No.
You know who else has heard that? Literally no one. It's just in my family. My dad is a weirdo. Big shock.
I think you're going to say Delta Burke.
Delta Burke was my father. It was a different time, Mark. All right. So the movie opens with pretty obvious homage to another movie. What movie do you think this is referencing, Mark?
Well, clearly the 80s remake of The Blob. No, I think it's the original Blob.
The OG Blob.
The OG Blob.
Yeah, the blobloginal, which that sounds really filthy.
It does. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable anymore in this space with you.
You shouldn't have to begin with.
I'm getting dressed and leaving.
Oh yeah, folks at home, Mark's just wearing the spooky shirt and nothing.
But not on the top of me. It's just wrapped around my head.
I wrote in my notes, this made me laugh because I'm an idiot. Instead of writing a meteorite crashes to Earth, I wrote meteorite. That's stupid. Why'd I write that? But so we got these two guys in a tent, and I wrote in my notes, hey, just two dudes in a tent out in the woods, nothing to see here. Don't read into it. Who knows what they're doing out there?
Who knows? The Brokeback Blob.
Blobback Mountain.
Blobback Mountain. I wish I could quit you.
I wish I could blob you. That doesn't sound good either. So
it doesn't. No.
They rush out to get a peep at this meteorite. And one guy is so excited. He's like, oh, let me go get the camera. And he runs back. And he's like, where's the flash gun? Hey, can you hear me? And the answer is no. He's being killed off camera by something that is in this pulsing meteor.
Something.
Yes. And then he gets gotten in the tent. And we see the silhouette of a beastie, which if you've ever seen the art, you know exactly what the beastie looks like. I think it would have been smart to hide the creature from the public eye for as long as possible because it's so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And, slimy and toothy. But they didn't do that. Apparently, this whole beginning was different. There was a whole different sequence for this. The writers and one of the guys who's the special effects maestro, Mr. Dodds, they totally scrapped the entire beginning and reshot it. And the director is like, I hate you.
I hate you.
But we'll get to that when we get to that. So we cut to the family. This is a family home in New Jersey, and at this family, mom always sleeps in the see-through negligee.
Right, which how uncomfortable would breakfast be?
Oh my lord!
I thought that too. I'm like, what's happening?
Well, here's the thing: mom and dad are supposed to be going out on a fishing trip.
Yeah, fishing. Yeah,
something. She was fishing for something. I think she was trying to distract him. She didn't want to go, mainly because it's raining when they wake up, but also because, if she wears the see-through negligee, maybe he'll be tempted to stay home and do something else. But yes, the meteor has launched some creatures, and now we have a problem in the basement. What's going on in the freaking basement?
Okay, so in the basement, the deadly spawn has made its way down there, and it's just waiting on people to come down one by one at first, and then just nibble them. So Sam goes down first, and now I think it was pretty cool because they do the shadow play with Sam.
Yeah.
And then Barb, the see-through negligee mom, goes down in search of him. But there were signs of something wrong that she just chose to overlook, because there was blood and stuff, and she's just oh well, I'm still looking for my husband.
But there was a can of
when you
paint.
Leave. Yeah.
The can of paint is what really threw her off.
Yeah. But yeah, so they just kind of meet their demise.
Yes, and the creature we see very quickly, not in full, but pretty close up.
Yeah.
is really amazing looking. We'll discuss that more once we get the total look. But there's some goofy moments here where the monster effect guy really wanted to show certain shots, even though they don't make any sense or were awkward. And one of the shots in this is the mom's face getting bitten and partially ripped off. It doesn't match the lighting, and they try to cover it up by using a red filter. Now, later, there's one moment where the lighting between the gore effect and the rest of the scene it's insanely bad, where I'm like, guys, what are we doing? But there's lots of little quirks to this movie that just make it amazing.
Oh, that doesn't make it a bad thing. That doesn't detract from it. No.
And folks at home, normally we go through all these actors beforehand and talk about the different characters. Let's just skip that part. Because, aside from a couple of people, nobody ever worked again.
No. And some they had to rearrange the script just because they got another job that didn't involve acting and they had to leave.
Exactly. So don't worry about it. Much respect to all of the wonderful cast.
Oh, yes.
Deadly Spawn. But we're moving on. So I love the sounds of Crunchy Husband. The creature's really just chowing down on them bones.
But to me, this creature looks like it would have come from kind of the same planet that maybe Audrey came from in Little Shop of Horrors in a weird way.
Why not? It's
okay, that's all I wanted to say.
I find this monster weirdly prettier than Audrey. Is that?
I just kept thinking, what would the dental work?
Oh man, that's a lot of floss.
Need to keep up those choppers.
Oh boy. So I made the same joke that Mark did coming up here. Is that first of all, I did not imagine there were other people in this house. These two people get murdered, and you think, the creatures are going to move on, or people are going to come. No, there's 4 more people in this house oblivious to what's going on, and a cat.
Yeah.
Totally oblivious. We get to meet another couple who are definitely not wearing see-through negligees, unfortunately.
Uncle Mike.
They're awoken. They're so woke by something in the house. What is the sound that wakes them up?
What is the sound that I can't remember. Richard, help me.
The kid watching the monster movie.
Oh, Charles, yes, who's totally me as a child. Yes, that's right, because he's listening to it as loud as he possibly can.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, there's something about Charles that I love, because he's kind of aloof, but he's into everything that I would have been as a child. Well, I still am. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm still into these things. But, I love it. So his loud monster movies arouse his aunt, who's there, I guess, to babysit them, because the other two are going on a fishing trip and the boys can't be alone, I guess.
Yeah, because the one boy has a study group, and then he's going to go out with his friends later, so they need somebody there for little Charles.
And at first I thought, are they swingers? Did like the parents just like have a tea party and these guys are hangers on?
No, just family.
Yeah.
We get tidy whitey time with the older brother, who is his older brother is Pete.
Pete's the big brother. Yep.
Pete's the older brother, and he's arranging a study group with his buddy, who's a moron, who apparently doesn't know the difference between real science and pseudoscience from science fiction movies. So,
well, actually, I thought Pete was an idiot too because he wasn't wearing glasses, but then he put on glasses, much like Tara Reid did in that one movie, and then he was very smart.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm wearing glasses right now.
Though. Exactly.
No,
you're smart.
I was definitely on a freaking bun, my see-through negligee. So there's some fun talking. He's totally he thinks that his pal is dating the girl he likes, their other friend. So he's like, "Oh man, bring her because she's good at science." Yeah. I don't like her, and I'm going to steal her from you. Not at all, dude.
And Richard's referring to Dreamy Ellen.
Yes, Ellen, she is also into science, but she is open-minded, and we'll find out later she's too open-minded to where she gives her mind away.
She does.
Her whole mind, including her head.
She's like the giving tree.
There's a there's a great moment where the aunt is making eggs for everybody, and she asks her husband, our psychiatrist husband here, she asks, I'm making eggs, and he goes, "What kind?" And she goes, "Hen." But what she meant was, like
fried, scrambled.
What kind, asshole? Come on. But she is attacking those fucking eggs. Nobody's getting anything but scrambled. Because she is violently whisking these motherfuckers. It's crazy.
Do you think she's really whisking the eggs, or is she actually just whisking Mike for all the years of marriage she's had to put up with his smart ass comments?
He's only ever had scrambled eggs because he's a dick.
Yeah, that's all he's going to get.
He's trying to psychoanalyze Charles because he's into horror movies and monster mash and all this stuff. Like, what's wrong with this kid? He's got to be a freak or something. My favorite line in the movie, which I had to text you, was, "Oh, your grandmother doesn't cancel a vegetarian luncheon on account of bad weather," which should have been the tagline on the box.
Or at least a bumper sticker.
Oh, your grandmother doesn't cancel a vegetarian luncheon on account of bad weather.
She's going to go see Grandma. Going to go see Graham for the apparently disgusting vegetarian. This movie's making fun of vegetarians pretty hard. But these are like weirdo vegetarians who even have like abnormal names for normal foods. So I don't know what the fuck. That's so dumb. But anyway, what happens when Mark? Hi, you're Mark. What happens?
Welcome
Hello.
to the Doom Show.
We're back. And we're back after our Casper Mattresses interview commercial.
I just want us interviewing a mattress. It's just sitting there. We just like dead air when we ask a question.
Hello, this is the mattress. So what happens when Charles goes downstairs and although he's dressed like a monster, what does he find?
Yeah, okay, so he is dressed kind of like a monster. He's got like a vampire cape on, but yet it almost looks like a Planet of the Apes ape mask in a weird way. So he goes
almost
down,
like an ape werewolf.
Yeah, it's almost like the werewolves from Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, but not albino.
Ooh, nice.
Anyway,
nice.
Okay, so he goes down there and he comes face to face for like almost a third of the duration of the film with the creature, or face to teeth, I would say, face to fangs.
Yes.
But he's like frozen in fear, maybe? I don't know. And then he also kind of figures out that like the beast responds to sound.
Yes.
But real quick, Richard, okay, the way he was dressed, in my mind, I was hoping that Charles was going to be headed to the same party that was in Dead Kids.
Oh, yes.
And he would get to
man.
participate in the dance number, but that didn't happen.
Lightning striking again.
And again.
I love that movie so much. Oh my god!
I do too.
Check out me and Brad's episode from way back on that. Was it Brad? I'm pretty sure it was Brad. Yeah, we talked about dead kids. Strange behavior.
Yeah. I guess was it fight or flight or whatever?
Yes.
Like he just chose Frozen.
Yes, run, hide, fight, freeze.
Freeze. Yeah, Charles was the king of freezing.
Oh yeah. He's ice cold. So yes, the monster is we finally see the monster in all its glory. This is a absolute masterclass of slimy, scary, and very imposing machines made for killing, like death. Like this is the eating machine. Like the part of the inspiration for this movie was both Jaws and Alien. So they wanted to have a monster that was just like intimidating, to say the least.
Rows and rows of teeth.
Beautiful. So yes, there's the electrician has been tasked with showing up to fix the electrical and of course go straight to his death. But the monster has eaten him in half, and all of its little babies, its deadly spawnies are nibbling on him. And yes, Mark figures out that the thing doesn't respond to any visual stimuli because it has no fucking eyes, but it does respond to sound. So he uses sound to escape. But like Mark said, that's like 30 minutes from now.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you need to go to the bathroom or maybe make a pizza or like rotate your tires or get a haircut, you'll have time to come back and you'll still be in that scene.
So upstairs, this is like the greatest season of Upstairs, Downstairs for all of you British TV fans that ever was. So the kids are there studying. They're trying to get started studying, but our pal Ellen has found one of the slimy little tadpole aliens out in the yard, and she wants to frickin' dissect it.
She has a dead spawn.
Yes, with the LY crossed out. Now, okay, Richard did and I'm being sincere about this. Did it not look like a penis on a tray? I mean, I'm not saying it didn't.
Okay, all right, yeah. So he's using Ellen asks Pete to go get a tray, a cooking tray, and he said, "What is his friend's name? I feel so bad. I keep forgetting the guy's name. The not smart one down to get the cookie tray. Frankie, that's right. Yeah. So Pete can get more time alone with Ellen, but they cut this thing open and it's kind of good. I thought it's
cool.
Like the special effects are really cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
No, I like it. I like it. It's fun, slimy goodness. And then,
in my mind, Ellen's the kind of girl that the three girls in Halloween would make fun of in school, like Lori and Annie. And,
I think Lori would not.
Lori would hang out with Ellen. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yes.
Lori and Ellen would kind of hang out, but the other two, Annie and I'm drawing a blank on Linda. Annie and Linda would make fun of
Lori and her would have a beef at the beginning of the year because they'd be competing for a number one spot in the grade point average.
Oh yes,
but they would eventually squash that beef and be buds. Yeah,
and they both have a
crush on Ben Tramer.
Thank you. Oh my God, I was just going to say that, and I let you go first. I wish I went first now. Yeah, exactly. And then the rivalry would rear its ugly head again over Ben Tramer.
Great minds.
God. You're amazing, Richard.
Great minds.
You're my hero.
We think a think. That's the saying. Meanwhile, let's talk about this frickin' vegetarian party. Oh my God. We go to Grandma's house, and Grandma's given the aunt business because she's not taking her brewer's yeast. Oh my God. And then her friends show up, and there's this whole kitchen sequence, and the one lady brought a sculpture she made out of veggie stuff. It's so disgusting looking. It's supposed to look like a seal popping its head out of lettuce.
It's so odd. I wasn't even sure. I'm like, Walter, is that like a gopher or a mole? What's happening?
Oh my God. Yes, this is the anti-vegetarian movie. It's very funny. So while they're preparing this feast, The creatures that only eat meat are sneaking up on the house. All the worms have been traveling through the rainy day and just like slithering their way throughout the neighborhood. And they've descended upon this party. And you see like one or two at first. You're thinking this is not going to escalate at some bonkers degree, but it does. But I'll let Mark talk about that. But I want to talk about the one in the kitchen, the worm in the kitchen that ends up in the frickin' Cuisinart, which I will absolutely drop a commercial for either a Cuisinart or a related salad spinner thing in this episode.
Cuisinart food processor.
The Cuisinart DLC-7E is the best food processor you can give.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. A Cuisinart food processor. Oh, I had my fingers crawl.
It has a workhorse of a motor, a more useful bowl, and the revolutionary large feed tube.
A Cuisinart food processor.
Tell her she's the best by giving her the best food processor you can buy. The Cuisinart food processor.
They're tasting this delicious green sauce, and they're all making a horrible face because it's disgusting. Because there's a dead alien in it. But Mark, what happens? What kicks off this party?
Well, so they're all gathered in the living room, and then one of them bites the hostess, the grandmother, on the leg. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, they are everywhere. They're like behind like the pictures in mass. There's like thousands of these things, the little ones. And they are just going to town on these ladies.
Oh, man. And they look cool. They look good.
No, they look really good. They look very I don't know why, but I think the gusto that they did this with reminds me a lot of Peter Jackson's Dead Alive?
Dead Alive, yeah.
It's just got that same gusto feeling to it. Like, we're going to go all out with what we can do. It's not a lot, but we're going to do the best with what we can.
Exactly.
And it's really fun.
I love this part. Love it. And of course, even better is they all escape. So even though they're bruised, just bloody, they're all bitten up and chewed up and they're covered in each other's blood or the monster's blood. It's just so fun that they all escape. It's so cute.
Yeah. To have another vegetarian party the next year and just talk about this probably.
Yep. Next up, we have, young love, doomed young love. In that our pal Pete finally confesses his feelings for Ellen. They talk about what an idiot their friend is. It's very, very nice. They start kissing. It's very lovely. But then they decide to go talk to the uncle, the psychiatrist uncle, who's just has been very quiet since he went into the den. What's going on with that guy?
So Uncle Mike has been kind of devoured, and he's just sitting there. And they go in, and like flesh is ripping from his face. It's amazing. It's
his
so
eyes
much fun.
Are gone.
Yeah, it's great. It's
There's
wonderful.
things in his eye sockets eating him. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful.
Now the monster bursts out. It is out and proud. Our pal Charles is trying to save them and himself by distracting the monster with sound. So he's throwing stuff and he's using a radio. He's dragging along by its cord, a radio at full blast. The kids run upstairs and hide in the bedroom to get away from this thing. And it does not go well because they didn't get the memo about be quiet.
No, they did not get that memo. And then Kathy shows up at some point, too.
Oh, my God. So good old Kathy. This girl is just another girl that I think this is the one that Frankie has a crush on.
Yeah.
And for my money, I'm going for this gal because she's amazing.
See, thank you. I'm not that I dislike Ellen, but I'm more Camp Kathy than I am Ellen.
Dude, Camp Kathy, I mean, that's just alliteratively perfect. So why wouldn't you go with that? Right. But
no, I really like Kathy.
During this melee of insanity, good old Ellen, she manages to not only not dodge the monster, she sort of looks like she killed herself. I don't understand. She so perfectly sticks her head in this creature's mouth. And, because the grandparent, the grandma and the party survived, you kind of feel like we're not going to see too many more deaths. You were wrong.
You were wrong because honestly, I think it's because grandmother didn't have another job, but Ellen actually had another job, so she had to leave filming. So they're like, fine, just put your head in that monster's mouth and we'll get
Like,
you
come
out
on,
of here.
Ellen. You can miss a shift at the DMV. What are we doing?
So now whatever job she took, did that like cost her career? Like if she had just stuck with this and been the final girl, would she have like usurped Jamie Lee Curtis for that role?
Did anyone lose their pension because a VHS of the Deadly Spawn circulated at work?
Right. Would she have been
for
in like
shame.
Prom Night? And would she have been in Terror Train?
Oh God, I wish.
Would she have an Oscar now for Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Let's see. Charles would have been teenaged age by like he could have been in a Friday the 13th. He would have been
that would have been amazing.
He would have been like part 7 or something like that as one of the dorky kids, you know.
Yeah.
But alas.
Charles would have hung out with Tommy.
That's right.
Don't you think?
That's right.
The young Tommy, because they were both into horror.
They were buds. They would have been buds. They would have been pen pals.
And then Laurie would have babysat them.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
It all comes around. Yeah.
So many multiverses. So little time.
So little time.
So my favorite thing is when Kathy, because of course she's the best, when she sees the monster, she utters the other great line in this movie, which is,
What the fuck was that?
Right.
God,
Why hasn't other people been saying that all along?
Holy shit. We get the melee in the attic. Tell me about this very confusing things that are going on with, obviously, Pete has seen headless Ellen. He's very distraught. He's being crazy. But at the same time, Charles is up to something. What's going on in this whole craziness?
Charles decides that he needs to lure the creature out, basically. And he's created very Nightmare on Elm Street thanks to Nancy, this little contraption that, like, when you bite on it, it will explode. And he puts it inside this dummy head on a stick.
Yep.
But he's also got the stereo rigged up, but it's not plugged in just yet. So that puts him in danger because he's trying to lure the creature. Oh, and I love the creature. He's got like these little tentacle mouth things.
Yeah.
And he's like tapping on the head. He's like, I don't know about this. I think I'm being set up here. And you're like, oh, shit. Charles is trying to get the creature to take the bait. But then at the same time, he's got to plug in the like stereo system into the wall. And he can't quite reach the outlet to do so.
Yep.
So tension is high here.
Oh, yeah. And one of the monster babies, which is a very large baby, about as big as my cat, Gorgon, so about 17 pounds, lands on his neck, and he's fighting off this creature with his knife while the big creature hears all this noise. And we get a fake out where we think that Charles gets it, but instead it's the monster eating part of itself.
It's turned on its own.
Which is a thing that was supposed to be part of the lore of the creature, was that one of the other things, because it gets bigger every time it eats, it also would eat its own children if they got in its way, and that's how it was like getting so much bigger. And this thing has regenerative properties that is never referenced or discussed. This is from my megaton of trivia I'm going to go into later.
That's amazing. And I'm all for eating your own, too.
Of course. Like, you don't have 10 kids because you want 10 kids. You have 10 kids because you want 3.
And you're really hungry.
All those stories about, all the children who didn't survive in the 1600s, 1700s. No, fat parents.
Right. And happy.
No shame. Fat is happy. What was I talking about? Let's talk about this ending. So we've got 2 endings. This movie, we get the real ending, then we get a nice stinger because God knows after 1976's Carrie, you can never have a horror movie without a stinger again.
Never.
But our pal Charles blows up the creature in the house. So the big creature in the house defeated. But what's the aftermath like? What happens when the townspeople show up?
So to me, that was very like Night of the Living Dead, kind of like they're just all on a hunt for all these like little creatures, and you get them going through the grass and stuff, and they're killing them off. And finally, the guy's like, "We got them all, and there's nothing more to worry about. It's taken care of here." And then we get, and it opened the movie as well. It looks like a model, like it's not fooling anybody. The clouds are painted. I mean, it looks like a little model of a house, except
cute.
the very end, this mountain starts to move and then it opens up its mouth and it's a gigantic deadly spawn. It's amazing.
It doesn't make a lick of sense, but that's not why we're here.
No, I'm down with this 100%.
Oh man, it's so fun. Yeah, I totally wrote down in my notes the Night of the Living Dead townsfolk handling shit. That's exactly what I was feeling. It's that controlled chaos, that quasi documentary style chaos. And, Pete is completely traumatized. And
yeah, I don't think Pete's going to make it out of this one. Okay.
Charles is there and Frankie and Kathy are there. And then the aunt shows up. And the best part is she never asks, where the fuck is my husband?
Again, those eggs were Michael. And
that was a fucking sign, dude.
She's like, no, I'm moving on with a better life now.
So let's look at this cast and crew a little bit here. The composers were composed of 3 people: Paul Cornell, Michael Perelstein, which I love that name, and Ken Walker. Now, I love the music in this movie, and I am sad that they didn't make more stuff. Oh, the one guy did the music for Winter Beast and Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. And another guy went on to do more creature work stuff. So I think he sat on the synthesizer keys by accident and they said, oh, well, we got to include you. You're now part of it, dude. Let's see. The cinematographer is Harvey M. Birnbaum. And this is all he has accredited. That's crazy because he was a talented dude. He had some great shots in this movie. Let's talk about the too much trivia I have. Oh, my God. So, of course, like I said, I cracked open Stephen Thrower's book, and too much. There's so much. This is a very small portion of what I learned. The budget was about $28,000.
Okay.
They shot this between autumn of 1980 and the summer of 1981, so nearly a year to make this movie. They shot on weekends because everybody had day jobs. Apparently the director was the only one, Mr. McKeown. He was the only one who used his own money to pay for this. And not all of it was his own money, but a lot of it was. And he didn't have a day job. His whole gig was going to be directing. He was a director of theater, and he made some short films and stuff. He really wanted to break into movie making with this, which is going to get sad later.
Oh.
They filmed this in sequence. So the way the plot happens is the way they were filming it, which is very unusual for most movies. They had no idea what the ending was going to be. They were going to make it up as they go along. In fact, both the other writers, I'm putting this in quotes here, Mr. Dodds and Bohus, they did not think they needed a script at all. They thought everyone would just improv. And McKeown said, look, first of all, no. Second of all, I'm going to be the only director, which is a point of contention that would haunt him later. And they agreed to this, but, lowercase a agreed to this. And all of this crap happening at the beginning in pre-production is going to set up all the failure later.
Oh.
Yeah. So he wrote the film with the budget in mind. He knew what Mr. Dodds, who's created these beasts, wanted. He knew what he could do. And so he wrote a movie based on what they could get away with one location or at most 2 locations. So he kept it real small. And then the weirdness started when he noticed that Dodds identified with his creature too much. The director often caught the Dodds talking to his monster when he thought nobody was listening.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really fun. He was the monster makeup movie guy. He was the wannabe Ray Harryhausen dude. That was his thing.
Oh.
And so that he's like, oh, go do your thing, do it. The main house was owned by by Charles, the actor's parents. They were listed as producers on this movie. They did put in money, but mainly they let them use the house. It had no basement, just a crawl space. That's how they could film people standing at the top of the stairs. But when they went down the stairs, they were in that dude's apartment building. So his apartment had a huge basement. That's where they filmed all the basement stuff. The grandma's house was the parents' home of Bohus, the other writer. And they had to be very careful not to stain the couch and the carpet. So that's why even with all the blood flying everywhere and everything happening, no blood gets on anything. They had to be very careful. It's very stressful.
So, Richard, do you have any trivia about the mom's head, Barb's head?
No, I don't.
Oh, apparently Gene Simmons from Kiss owns it. It was given to him as a gift from someone that worked on the film, supposedly.
That is amazing. I really did not have that.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to step on your toes.
No, please. Anything. I'll have you. If you have anything else like that, oh my God.
No, I think that was pretty much everything else that you said is stuff but I'm like, is he going to get to the mom's head?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. The film, he chose to make it, a 24-hour period of one day, and he thought it'd be really atmospheric to have it raining the whole time. And that was a great choice because, of course, it adds to the atmosphere of the movie. Problem was, during a drought. They had like this historic drought. So none of the rain you see is real except for like one or two shots. All the rain is from a garden hose sprayed up over the top of people, which was illegal because they were using water they weren't supposed to during a drought.
Oh.
Whoop. Oh,
breaking the law.
Lawbreakers. So Dodds and McKeown fought a lot. McKeown, I hope I'm saying his name right, he was wanting to be an actor's guy. He wanted to make this monster movie to get into the business, but he wanted to make it about the people. And Dodds, who's the monster guy, he didn't give a crap about acting. He didn't give a crap about logistics when it comes to staging. He just was like monster, monster, monster stuff. So they fought and fought and fought forever. The whole thing was a big fighting. And there was lots of like contentious moments like, hey, the monster needs to do this today. And the Dodds would get all pissed off. Like, the monster can't do that. I need time to develop that. So just change the scene. And he's like, no, we're going to film it the way it's written. So stuff like that. It got so bad that they started to do things without him. They started to direct scenes without McKeown because the two writers teamed up against him.
Oh, wow.
And then on a particularly bad day, after not sleeping for a couple of days because he's working his ass off, the director showed up for work, and there was this lady taking pictures of the sets and everything, taking pictures of the people, taking pictures of the sets, taking pictures of monsters. You get really annoyed. Didn't know who she was. Should have found out who she was. Because all of a sudden, the writers go, okay, pizza party. Let's go out to pizza. And everyone leaves. And they're like, hey, man, you want to come and go to this pizza party? He's like, so we're not working tonight? And they're like, no, we're going out. He says, fuck you, I'm not going out. So they leave. And the director, sitting on the porch, smoking a cigarette, livid that everyone just left when he showed up for work, starts venting to this photographer lady about all the bullshit going on.
Okay.
Reporter from the local newspaper. So next thing you know, he's getting phone calls from everyone on the production. Like, what the fuck? You're an asshole. Da-da-da-da. What did I do? She had written an article about the acrimonious, the drama. She wrote this article talking about the troubled production.
She stirred the pot.
And he got fired. When they had they only had like 10 or 20% left of the movie to make. So now they had their excuse to do whatever they wanted without him. And that's why the movie has some weird shit in it. There's a whole list of things the director did not want cut. There's a whole things of things he would have never filmed. He thought the creature munching on the kale was absolutely the stupidest thing he'd ever seen. Because, it looks funny to see one of the little spawnies chewing on some kale, but it doesn't want vegetation. It only eats meat. That's all it does.
Right. Oh, interesting.
But there's a long list. I didn't want to get into everything, but like the ending was different. He had this whole idea for the ending that nobody liked, and so he was not surprised at all when he saw the movie for the first time at the premiere. And he had to talk the lady giving out posters to give him a free poster because he was the director.
Oh.
And she's like, I've never heard of you. He's like, I'm on the credits as the director, lady. Come on. So years later, he doesn't consider it his film. He acknowledges how talented his pals were and that the movie wouldn't have existed without them. But he never got over, at least at the time of that book, he never got over the bullshit that they put in.
Oh, that'd be really hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but the movie made some money. The movie, because it was so low budget, did pretty well. I'm trying to see what else it played with. I can't imagine this at the drive-in. It would be like a total stunner. Like, can you imagine seeing this at the drive-in? Like
it'd be amazing.
Movies?
Sometimes at drive-ins, though, you got like programmers that's like, have you not seen any of these movies? Because like they don't go to, there's no flow to them.
My one and only drive-in experience that I remember crystal clear was with my sister and her now husband back when they were dating. It was Creepshow 2 and Cut and Run, the Deodato
with Karen Black and Willie Ames, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's that one. And then Hot Pursuit with John Cusack.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Comedy
it's like
action movie.
Pulled 3 movies together.
That's what was in the theater at the time. But yeah, Creepshow 2 scared me to death as a kid.
Was there a certain one?
Yeah, it was the raft.
Yes.
The raft.
I love the raft one.
That fucked me up, dude. That was
the raft one's amazing.
But yeah, I'm not finding a lot of newspaper ads for the Deadly Spawn. But yeah, that's all the trivia I got that I know about.
Pretty cool, Richard.
Thank you.
See, in my mind, if I was going to do a triple feature that would not make any sense, that would be this, 9 to 5, and then Escape to Witch Mountain.
you and Escape to Witch Mountain, dude. What the fuck? It's like your favorite. I love it. I know you're not talking about the Rock Johnson, the Dwayne one.
Yeah, no, I want the one with, I think the little girl was on Hello Larry. I think that's the one I want.
Wasn't she in Devil Dog as well?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
No, or was it her or was it the brother was in Devil Dog?
Maybe it was the brother.
I think it was the brother. I think. But it doesn't matter because it all comes back to Escape to Witch Mountain.
I would want to watch this so we have to pick one that would fit and then one non sequitur. I would watch this with Alien 2 on Earth, the Italian one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Or Alien from the Deep. Either of those would be so funny to watch with this. And then I would want it to play with, I would not want to watch this, but it'd be funny. Bad News Bears 2.
Where they just cuss.
Yeah, I don't like those movies, but it would be weird. It'd be weird. So there you go. I'd watch it with what movie with who was that It girl that was in everything in the 70s? She had the feathered hair. I know that's not helping.
Christy McNichol?
What was the Christy McNichol movie where she was at camp and like learning about love?
Be Quiet with Tatum O'Neal. Little Darlings.
There you go.
and the Dillon's in it too.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon.
Little baby Matt Dillon. So yeah, Deadly Spawn, Alien 2, On Earth, and frickin' Little Darlings. There's your triple feature at the drive-in to make your fucking head explode.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So Mark, tell me, how do you feel about the Deadly Spawn Ranch?
To me, there's certain movies that you can tell they're working with very limited resources.
Yeah.
But that doesn't hinder what they're doing. And you can just tell, of course, after the stories you told me, I don't know if this is true, but you could just tell that everyone involved was having a lot of fun and doing what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's so creative. Like, to me, the creature itself, you could tell, like you were saying, the guy was really into like creature effects and stuff because it's just so much fun. And earlier when I was talking about Little Shop of Horrors, that's not like a negative thing. I think it's The creature's just as cool as Audrey is in that one, with all the teeth and everything. I almost wish it did talk in this one. That would be great if it had a voice. To me, if you've not seen it, I think you should see it, especially if you're a creature feature fan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you have gone this far without seeing it, but do yourself a favor and pop that in the player.
Totally. Yeah, this got me with that music score, and it got me with the imagination. The gnarly monster mayhem is crazy. This is joyous, even though like you said, the drama behind the scenes does not. You would never suspect.
No, I mean,
of love.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, I love how claustrophobic it is. The blood-drenched floor. It always makes me feel like weird because I think about VHS art that creeped me out or grossed me out as a kid. The blood covered floor with the viscera of the plumber. Excuse me, not Joe the plumber. No, not Joe the plumber. Whatever his name is, the electrician guy. His body ripped in half and the creature's feeding on him. Like that. I wish I'd seen this when I was like 13. Because that would have been the grossest, most fucked up thing I'd ever seen, even though I'd seen Hellraiser. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
you would talk about with your friends. It's kind of thing like, oh God, you got to see this.
Exactly. It reminds me of like that severed head from Nightmares and a Damaged Brain. I think there's a scene where there's a severed head sitting on a metal table full of blood.
Yeah.
There's a similar shot in Happy Birthday to Me with the fake out, where you think it's a real head, but it's the dude making a sculpture thing.
Which I actually love that movie so much.
Oh, man. I love Happy Birthday to Me. Masterpiece.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the carpeted bathroom. That's disgusting. That's the scariest part of the movie. Two things that I love that show off the bare bonesedness. One is the dude's hair getting shorter out of nowhere.
Yes.
Frankie goes downstairs to Supercuts and gets a fucking trim, then comes back upstairs during the middle of the movie.
Here's the
tray. It's covered in hair. The other one is the shot that they had to do that did not match the lighting at all. When mom's face gets, after her head is cut off and it's laying in the pool of the blood, they're showing her face, and the creatures, one takes one side and the other takes the other side, and it rips her face off to reveal the skull.
It's great, folks.
It's great, but the lighting is so off. It is not even in the same fucking movie. It's so off. That cracks me up. That's the main shot that I was like, ooh, guys, maybe work on that. But that's it. I love it. I absolutely love this movie. I think, like you said, it would be great to show to monster fans. This would be great to show to, aspiring filmmakers.
Or kindergartners.
Right. Or little ones.
It's gateway horror, folks.
That's right. This and the Goonies. Same movie. Oh, wait, Goonies? Why did I say Goonies? I meant not Goonies.
Munchies? Ghoulies? Spookies? Oh,
I meant Monster Squad.
Oh,
but yes, don't ever show anyone Munchies. They will never want to watch a movie again, much less a monster movie. Man, Munchies, I blinked. I loved that movie as a kid. Never occurred to me that it was bad. And then as an adult, I had to turn it off. I was upset. It was so shrill and irritating. I want to give it another shot. I'm going to give it another shot. I promise. But man,
that's how I was with Blue Lagoon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scarier film.
Love that as a child.
Wow. Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
I beg to see that. My mom would not let me because she had morals, I guess. I don't know. No, like I remember that summer, my life revolved around Blue Lagoon. Like I wanted to see that so bad, Richard. You have no idea how bad I wanted to see that.
Little Mark is so adorable. But then, in the 80s, we got Return to the Blue Lagoon. Give me a fucking break.
No, there's like two more after the first one. One has Mila, I always say her name wrong, Jovovich?
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
With Brooke Shields.
Yes, she's wonderful.
She is a castaway. She and the boy who is now a man. She watches him, and something inside her stirs. Columbia Pictures presents a sensuous story of natural love starring Brooke Shields and introducing Christopher Atkins in The Blue Lagoon, rated R. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
Mark, before I let you get back to your cellar dweller, what is a movie that you have recently seen and loved? It can be an old favorite or a first-time watch. What do you got?
So I keep feeling bad because I don't really have new ones. It's all old things.
That's all that
But
matters.
I really want people to see this, and I'm worried that people don't.
Yeah.
It's called The Silent Scream, but usually it's just Silent Scream. It's from 1979, and it's one of those ones that it scared me before I ever saw it because the trailers that came on TV like terrified me.
Ooh.
You kind of feel like you're going to get a body count film, and you really don't get a body count film, but you do get like a creepy family in a California town in a really old, big, huge, intimidating house, college students, and Barbara Steele, which I don't know what more anyone could ask for.
Totally. Yeah. Check out the old episode Brad and I did on Silent Scream where we praised it very highly. I've always been worried that people might not see why that film's special. I'm glad you picked that. That's a great pick.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And to me, you've got to get over it's a slow burn because it's not. It's so much more than that. And it's got Avery Schreiber and Cameron Mitchell too.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. But Richard, what's your pick?
So my pick is like 5 different movies. I can explain.
Okay.
So Lietta has been working on her calendar for horror.
I didn't know this existed. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to hook you up. You're going to love this.
Okay.
So for years now, Lietta has had posts about holidays in the movies going. And she's now turned it into a handy dandy guide. So you go and you pick whatever holiday or season you are looking for, and you click and it takes you to a blog post. So we're now at the double whammy of prom movies, and it's the end of the school year. So we're getting Schools Out. So we get Schools Out and frickin' prom. So I recently discovered the existence of the secret 5th prom night movie. And I ain't talking about that remake.
No, that movie. No one should talk about that remake. Okay,
no,
keep going.
It is. I am not anti-remake, folks, but
it's just an abomination. Yeah.
Wow. So they made a movie in 1994 called The Club, and it is a prom movie, but it's a themed costume prom at an old spooky house that is sort of a gateway to hell. Sort of. It's very confusing. But what they made was they didn't call it prom night because I think prom night 4 didn't do very well.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to take prom night 5 and just call it The Club and then make it a little bit of a rip-off of Night of the Demons. I didn't really like it very much. I like that it exists. It's not quite as charmingly stupid as Night of the Demons 3, which is brutally stupid in a more fun way.
Mm-hmm.
This one's just a little too samey. It does a lot of it sets up the one location and the small cast of characters too fast.
Okay.
So 20 minutes in, you feel like you're halfway through the movie, and then there's another 65 70 minutes left. It's brutal. So the pacing is the biggest problem, but it has people from prom night 4 in it, and it's crazy. But we watched them out of order. So we started with that one and then went 4, 3, 2, 1 after that.
Okay.
So we watched all the prom night movies, but not the remake.
Yeah.
And I just want to once again, because Brad and I did the prom night super show years ago, before we knew this secret prom night 5 existed. And I just love the original prom night. That is my actual pick. Folks, prom night was the first slasher I ever saw after 10 to midnight. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, what a good mom.
Yeah, I got a funny story about 10 to midnight. But yes, prom night I saw in black and white on my little TV in my room after I was supposed to be in bed, but I was totally awake because I was a little insomniac kid, which is probably why I sleep so much now. But I love prom night. It holds up. It gets better. I want to live inside it. I'm so glad that it's like an hour before anybody gets killed. It's like because we have the opening death that starts everything, but then you have to wait for a solid hour before the revenge part begins.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. Slick is my favorite character on the planet. He's so cool. Smoking doobies with his new love, and they get fucking murdered. Oh man, it's great.
Is it Jude? I think it's Jude.
Yeah, Slick and Jude, man.
Yeah,
Oh
I love Prom Night.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. My 10 to Midnight story, which I've definitely told on other podcasts, and this one is I was 7 years old, and my family had just moved to Georgia, and we were living with my aunt because my parents had not established themselves in Georgia yet. And so it was all two families under one roof. And one night on HBO, which was a new thing, we were watching this movie called 10 to Midnight with Charles Bronson, which, folks, it's a ripoff, or it's a movie inspired by the Ted Bundy story. But this Ted Bundy-like killer, in order to not leave evidence, he strips down naked, which is not how evidence works. And he runs around in the nude, and every time he goes to kill a woman, she just happens to be naked, either through sex or changing her clothes or bathing. So it's just this naked man killing naked women, and lots of cursing and lots of foul talking about sex stuff. It's a very sleazy movie for a 7-year-old. And then it culminates in a Ted Bundy-like slaughter of a bunch of nurses living together. And the scene I remember so vividly was the black nurse getting killed in the shower, begging for her life as the naked serial killer's repeatedly stabbing her while she's standing in the shower. My aunt turns to my mom and goes, "Should he be watching this?" And my mother of the year. This is funny. We're recording this on Mother's Day. Mother of the year. My mom goes, "Oh, he won't remember this." Which is not fair. That's not how she talks. My mom does not sound like that. But she actually said those words, and I never forgot that. I never forgot that movie. 7 years old. Unbelievable. But yes, after that, I saw good old Prom Night on my little TV, followed not too long by either Girls Night Out or frickin' Tourist Trap. So my first three slashers I ever saw, Prom Night and frickin' Tourist Trap and Girls Night Out. Before I was 10, I saw those three movies. Unreal.
Wow.
That's why I'm hopeless.
Oh, that's amazing. There's so much to talk about. Now, what Richard is leaving out, folks, is that the killer in 10 to Midnight is actually a very good-looking gentleman. The actor is Gene Davis. So you're not looking at a gross person without his clothes on. You're actually looking at a really hot guy with his clothes on.
No, I don't believe there's anyone unattractive naked in that movie. Him and the ladies included.
Yeah.
I always joke, my parents, they didn't give a crap about having kids around. They were going to watch Porky's 1, 2, and 3. They're going to watch Revenge of the Nerds. They're going to watch Blame It on Rio. And all it made me was uncomfortable because, yes, I wanted to see these ladies naked and these sexy shenanigans, but not with my mom trying to cover my eyes.
Right.
On the couch. Awful.
Yeah,
awful.
that's funny.
This is why I'm a neuter now. Because of that. Just like in John Waters' classic film, A Dirty Shame.
Which, thank you. It is a classic. More people need to love that film.
That people don't like it.
Yeah. And actually, I really love... Yeah, Cecil B. Demented. I love that one.
Masterpiece. Too. Now people appreciate that movie. Not when it came out.
Yeah, not when it came out. They hated it.
I thought it was funny when it came out because I got the film references.
Yeah. No, there's so much to unpack here. Like, okay, so my parents were nothing like your parents. They I couldn't watch hardly anything.
Yeah.
I would have killed to have someone let me watch the stuff you got to watch. Yeah, that's amazing. I think the weirdest story I have like that is, I think I already told you this, is when my mom took me, I was probably like 10, to go see the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and then she was shocked at the nudity.
Which isn't even that much nudity. There's so
no,
much
but
nudity.
I'm like, it's called Whorehouse. I mean, it's in the title, Mom. Yeah, but
well,
yeah,
that's a Thanksgiving movie.
Parents.
So yeah, Leetta and I watch it every Thanksgiving. Masterpiece. I remember watching Alien when I was very young, which is why I thought that was really fun. Bo Ransdell of Legion Podcasts, he tells a story about seeing Alien when he was like 4. Like he made his parents take him to see it, and he loved it. He's like jumping up and down in his seat. He was so excited watching Alien as a kid.
Oh man, my parents, I would have killed to have parents like that.
I didn't see it when I was 4, but I saw it when I was like 7 or 8.
No. I couldn't see any. Richard, most of my movies, like Prom Night and Halloween and everything, I had to catch on like the 3 TV stations when they would come to broadcast TV. Right. That's how I saw most of these things.
That was me as a kid, because I was, like when it came to horror and stuff like that, that was me getting indoctrinated by how in the 80s you couldn't throw a cat without hitting a horror movie promotion. Like just the fact that I went to, I think it was 7-Eleven or Circle K to get 3D glasses so I could watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, showing the mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the 3D sequences. That was like the biggest deal going. And, like everything was horror. Like I remember being too scared to open up a copy of Fangoria at my local drugstore because the monsters and the faces were too scary, but I was very intrigued. I didn't even read Fangoria until I was in my freaking 30s.
Oh no, Fangoria to me was like, it was like probably the closest I could come to explain like what a drug addict would feel like. Like those were my fixes, because I couldn't see them, but my parents would let me read Fangoria.
Right. And it happened to a lot of people.
Yeah. Like
that is a common thing. It makes you a super fan. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the whole Romeo and Juliet thing, like the forbidden stuff, you wanted even more.
Yeah.
I think my parents thought it was a phase or I'd grow out of it. And no, they made it 10 times more intense. Yeah.
My parents would pick weird stuff to get upset about. I remember getting kicked out of the living room because my parents wanted to watch The Sailor Who Fell from Grace with the Sea with Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of the room for that because there was the scene where the little kids become evil, or the sociopathic kids kill a cat. And so they made me leave, and I was watching from the hallway, and my dad blew up. I was like, if you're going to be a sneak, just come out here and watch it. So I got to watch.
I've been like, well, thank you very much.
I got to come out and watch a movie I realized very quickly I did not want to watch, but it really haunted me. Like the cat scene was a little too abstract. I didn't really get it because I was not the brightest 11-year-old on the planet. But
didn't the son, he spied on his mother having sex with Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
He would watch them. Yeah, he would watch them.
Can you blame him? I mean, it's Chris Christopherson.
It's Chris Christopherson. Yeah, no, it was a weird film. I like that. I like it quite a bit, though.
The ending, which I won't say what the ending is here, but the ending really haunted me. That was something that stuck with me for years, and I think it's a good movie. It's a very strange thing to have you, because I believe it was one of those premiering on VHS movies. Like it had been one of those movies that came out in the theaters and then disappeared until home video.
I would pair that with The Witch Who Came from the Sea, just to have a whole sea theme going.
Yeah, another absolute experience of a film right there.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Oh, Richard.
Well, man, thanks for hanging out. This is awesome.
Richard, again, I cannot thank you enough for having me. This is always a blast. I hope the listeners have as much fun as I do making these with you.
They do. I know they do. And folks, thanks for listening. Thanks for, getting that wet dry vac and pumping the frickin' the cellar out, because it was wet.
It was so wet.
That is the wettest cellar ever, dude.
It was pretty damp.
Bye, folks.
Au revoir.
Or is divorce.
Or is divorce.
Folks, thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you'd like to write into the show, send an email to doomedmoviethon@gmail.com or hit us up at doomedmoviethon on Instagram or at doomedmoviethon on Twitter or at doomedmoviethon at Discord, or go to Hello This Is the Doomed Show on Facebook and message us there. If you want more Hello This Is the Doomed Show, go to doomedmoviethon.com and click the podcast button for the archive, or go to YouTube and look up Doomed Moviethon and you'll find the classic episodes of Hello This Is the Doomed Show. And if that's still not enough, I have written some books, about my love of movies over on Amazon.com. Just look up Richard Glenn Schmidt and you'll find Giallo Meltdown, a Moviethon Diary, Giallo Meltdown 2, Cinema Somnambulist, or Doomed Moviethon, the book. Hello This Is the Doomed Show is a proud member of the Legion Podcast Network. Go to legionpodcast.com and check out the other great shows over there.